Good Thursday evening, everyone. David Paul with you here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center on a day where we did hit 100 officially at Bush Intercontinental Airport. First time. We've been forecasting 100 for the past couple of days. We finally hit it today. I don't know if we celebrate, but we're stuck with it. And moving forward, it looks likely that we will hit 100 again tomorrow, maybe even 101 Saturday and Sunday. So far, we've not had any isolated thunderstorms. There's a 10% chance for that tomorrow, or 20% on Saturday. And already the Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for tomorrow. We're under one right now. We'll be under a heat advisory again tomorrow. Would not surprise me to see them extend it for several of the next 7 days, as we are going to roast under what looks like the hottest 7 days we've had so far this summer. Reliant Stadium. We've got a game tonight. Preseason, Texans taking on the Raiders. And it is hot for anybody doing any type of pregame partying. It's 99 at Busch. In that parking lot out there, I don't have a thermometer, but in the parking lot in the direct sun, it probably feels like 115 with the temperature above 100. So 99 at Busch right now feels like 107. Again, earlier it was at about 5:15 that Busch Intercontinental officially hit 100, and then we've dropped a degree since then. Winds are southeast at 6, so there is just nothing but uncomfortable heat out there. Heat dome centered over the south central U.S. These are current temperatures across the nation. Oak City's at 105, Dallas 104, Del Rio 102. Houston now at 99. That's at Busch. Shreveport is at 102. I'll step out of the way so you can find your hometown if it's not Houston. Chicago is a comfortable 76. New York is at 68. They are getting, it's not really a taste of fall, but they're not getting summer-like temperatures up here right now. They're enjoying it. So it's not the entire country that is roasting. These are heat advisories that will be in effect today and tomorrow for Houston and Southeast Texas. Again, this is in effect through Friday. Feeling like it's up to 110. That's the temperature combined with the humidity. So in the afternoon, take all your hot weather precautions. You don't need to push it. Weather impact alert issued by us, hourly weather impact alert. What we're doing is we're just kind of honing in on and focusing on what's the worst of it for the heat. And it's between noon and 7 o'clock. And we'll probably do this again tomorrow, just an hour by hour, just to let you know, take it easy during those hours, or wait until after sunset or near sunset to take your evening walk with your pets as well. Got an update on the drought conditions across Southeast Texas today. This is where we stood at the beginning of the month. This is what the drought looked like August the 2nd, the drought report. We had no drought at that time. You had to go out toward Austin, San Antonio to find some dry to moderate drought conditions. That's a reflection of the wet first part of the summer that we had, and all that rain we had the first half of the summer really helped to hold temps down. Now that the rain is gone, temps are cranking and dry conditions are beginning to advance. So we're not in any sort of official drought, but you can see the yellow that expanded and encroached on the Houston area over the last week. So if we don't get some rain, we may begin to see some pockets of actual moderate drought pop up in places like Brenham, Columbus, Cleveland as we get into next week. And it looks unlikely that we'll get any significant rain, all because of the upper level flow. The heat dome in the mid and upper levels, it's centered over the four corners, but it is elongated, so it extends all the way into Louisiana. And that's why, even though we're not under the immediate center of it, we're getting the full-blown heat of it, and it's kind of worse here on the east side where we have the subsidence. We have a northerly, a little bit drier flow aloft. That heat dome goes nowhere over the weekend, and then it actually kind of worked its way back toward West Texas on Monday, Tuesday. That sets up Central and East Texas, Houston, for more triple-digit weather as we head well through next week, as you saw in the early look at the extended forecast. Outside right now, these are current temperatures at 6:30 on this Thursday evening, and it is 100 in Conroe. Huntsville's at 100. Brenham is 98. Columbus is 98. Both you guys clipped 100 earlier today. Busch at 99 after hitting 100 earlier today. So it is all of an August day out here, and the feels like temperatures are not good. Pearland feels like 106. Busch feels like 107. Conroe 105. Huntsville feels like 105. Galveston feels like 104. It is going to stay hot as we head into the evening hours, Houston. And we're not getting those isolated thunder showers that, remember, the model yesterday was suggesting could pop in the urban center of Houston, Harris County, as we went into this time in the afternoon. Not getting any relief. I was really kind of hoping we'd see those. We haven't seen them, I'm going to say yet. You know, there is a thing in meteorology called the sunset sprouter. And sometimes the atmosphere will wait right until sunset, and then we'll finally get an isolated thunderstorm, usually near an urban heat island of one sort or another. That's what Houston is. So even now, maybe we'll still see an isolated thunder shower, but it looks unlikely. We're not seeing anything out there. I don't see any active sea breeze or bay breeze to kick it off. We'll see. Interestingly enough, modeling is doing the same thing for tomorrow. This is the morning, 80 degrees in the morning. Yuck. We go into lunchtime, 1 o'clock, just heat. Already 97 by lunchtime. Now, as we head into the afternoon, it's interesting, by 2:30, modeling showing Lake Charles, Cameron Parish with a better chance for a thunder shower while we roast. We get into 4, 5, 6, and there we go. Again, model saying that right over the urban heat island, we're going to see an isolated thunder shower bubble up. Will it actually pan out? I give it a 10% chance. So the rain chance is not 0 tomorrow, but it is quite small. If a thunderstorm can get going in this atmosphere, 100 again, there's energy to kick off an isolated strong thunderstorm. So Friday's numbers, we'll start in the morning near 80, 93 by noon, heat advisories in effect, triple digits in the afternoon, heat indexes up to 110, and a 10% chance for a thunderstorm on your Friday. Again, quite often we break heat waves in Texas in the summer with a tropical system rolling in and off the Gulf. And as long as it's not too bad of a system, it's kind of nice to get a break. It usually this time of the year, August, September, when we're in the peak of the season, we get a system rolling in. Maybe we catch the edge of a system. It brings in rain and clouds, and that big swirl in the atmosphere can really mix up the flow and break down the heat dome. It can do that. But we don't see that happening right now. So everything is kind of stuck in place. We've had Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, 3 weak tropical storms. Dolly's the next one on the list, but there's a whole lot of dust. And this continues to just smother any type of system that tries to get going out here. From the Gulf, where you can see we have dust, to the Carib, Bahamas, main development region in the Atlantic, there's dust, there's more dust getting ready to come off. Again, dry sinking layer of air is what this dust is. So that should prevent anything from developing. I'm about to show you something interesting though. So nothing developing here. These are the Azores up in here. It's interesting, the Hurricane Center is watching a spot up there. So as far as we're concerned, there's no development expected. Gulf is quiet, thunderstorms there in Alabama, nothing in the Carib. But here we go. They've got a 20% chance that this little wave here can develop into a tropical or subtropical low as it moves into this area in the next couple of days. If this develops into anything, it is going to go right into Portugal, Spain, and France. So they're watching that. So there is a 20% chance that we get development here, but it is bound for Southern Europe and the Mediterranean, not for the United States. For all intents and purposes, our area that we are concerned with, no development expected here for the next 7 days. Continue to get an update each day, every day. You never know when something is going to surprise, like that spot up there heading for Portugal. Here's your 7-day, triple digits. Take this heat wave seriously, especially if you work outside in the heat. First of all, my hat's off to you. And then second of all, the heat adds up. It adds up and adds up, and tell your boss maybe you need an extra day off or half a day off to just sit in the air conditioning and let your body's core stay cool, stay healthy, cool on down. Heat advisories in effect tomorrow, probably be issued for Saturday and Sunday. And an isolated shower is possible, but really unlikely as we head through a very hot set of days now through the weekend and through next week. That's where we stand. Have a good evening, everybody.